Hi, welcome to our NECAN showcase. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Barbara Bertucci, and I live in St. Petersburg, Florida. And I have been with NECAN for 24 years. It'll be 25 years this May, which is just amazing because I feel so young and vital. But we're here to go over a few things, kind of educate you on some amazing technologies, hopefully answer your questions, and maybe stir up some other ones. And then you can get with the person that invited you to find out more information. We are all independent contractors with NECAN as well. Okay, here we go, guys. Okay, a better way, to a life in balance with NECAN. Yay! Okay. It's not working. Here we go. Oh, there we go. You know, this is amazing because small choices every day make a radical difference in your life. I happen to be a breast cancer thriver of 14 years, and I really watch my sugar. And sometimes I indulge. It's not I'm very particular about the sugars that I do have. So you can just take certain things and just make a big difference over time. Cutting out sodas could be a big one. Putting in 5-10 minutes of exercise a day. All these things can impact our life, and we're all living a lot longer. So we want to have that optimum life, that optimum health and vitality and energy all the way to the end, right? I mean, that's the whole goal. So we do that with NECAN naturally and through collaborative things like this where we educate each other. So, but also this could impact your finances, your relationships, and your success. So financially, we know that we could maybe not go get that extra cup of coffee or cup of tea out. We could put an extra $10 away or $50 away, whatever that is. We can optimize ourselves. We can start a NECAN business. So here we go. And that's what we hope we can help answer questions today about all of it. The NECAN choice, active wellness and collaborative entrepreneurship. So collaborative entrepreneurship, for me, I do many things, but what NECAN did for me in the beginning was it kind of mapped onto what I was doing. And so I could then have multiple sources of income. And that's what a lot of people are doing these days, are creating multiple sources of income for ourselves. And it's just a great way to, one, support yourself, have a tax write-off, have a business out of your home, and have flexible time and schedule. I mean, how great is that? So here we go. So NECAN, let's see if I can move this down. I don't know if this does it with the recording, but we will find out in a minute. Maybe not. Didn't work. Okay. I'm trying to move y'all around. Let's see if that'll work. Yay! NECAN, a definition for success. So this is our balance, guys. This is what our goal is, to create a balance in mind, family, society, finances, and body. And when I started in NECAN, my body was out of whack. I had suffered for 4.5 years with a bad back. And I got my life back from NECAN. In 3 days, I didn't hurt anymore. Got up, actually it was the 4th morning. I got up, started heading to the bathroom, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm upright, I'm walking, I have no discomfort in my body. Oh my goodness. That was in my mid-30s. So I just invite you, and this is a dance we do all the time, is to balance family, bodies, society, when we volunteer, where can we be with our children, and then also finances, right? So that we continue to build our finances so we can have that freedom of life as we age, or I don't like to call it retirement. I like to call it entitlement. So we are entitled to do what we want to do in the last chapter of our lives. So that's what I'm gearing up for. That's what I'm doing. And I'm just so excited to be sharing this with you today. So the modern life is creating stress. Oh my goodness, right? stress is the common denominator for a lot of things in our world. And I just feel for the younger generations, or, just, I don't know. I just feel for them. There's so many things with the cell phones and so many ways of communication that I think we've stopped communicating totally. Text messaging is like the wave of the future, and I just wonder how they're handling their emotions, or not that of. Financial worries and stress, things are on the rise there. So if we can help take some of this off, some of this pressure, one, by financial, but two, the main thing for me was getting a good night's sleep. That transitioned for me 4.5 years of chronic ailment and chronic back things that were, I was misdiagnosed with chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, and even MS for 2 weeks. So, and it was all geared, and I can say, from sleep deprivation, because of my back, every time I rolled over, it would stab me and wake me up, and it was just horrific. So that was stress of a whole nother world, and I had small children at the time. So that was it. So that lack of sleep put me over the edge to have that amazing, so Nikan, getting that good night's sleep put me over, and now I wake up refreshed. I actually need a little less hours of sleep. So here we go. There's 4 sources of income here, and or stress, either way. But anyway, you can earn money by being an employee, being self-employed, a business owner, or an investor. And this is the Kiyosaki way of describing the quadrants, which I think is amazing, because 95% of our population are employees. They have a job, time equals money, and they have no control over that. And 80% of them do not like what they do. Self-employed is you own your own business. You've got your own job. You're determining your own income. Hopefully, it takes about 1 year to 5 years to build a business. And then you're strapped to your business. You cannot go anywhere. You can't do anything. A lot of physicians and doctors are in this category because they have to be there. They have to show up to get paid. And so attorneys, same thing. So time equals money. So that's on this left side of the quadrant. Now on the right side of the quadrant, you've got business owners. McDonald's is a great example for that. With franchisees, but you got to have a lot of money to do that. You've got to have, I don't know. And they say that, well, I don't know. Anyway, investors, and here is Warren Buffett, and he's amazing because, he's been able to invest his money to make his billions, but you got to have money to do that. And this is 95% of the wealth is in this side of the quadrant, but only 5% of the population have it. So Nikan, and I can speak for myself, has helped us get from one side of the map to the other side because of the being able to work for yourself and leveraging the time and talents of other people and having a percent based down on that. And that's amazing. And you would also need to have $1 million in the bank at earning 5%, which I don't know where you can earn that at this moment unless it's higher risk, to get $50,000 a year when you retire. So I don't know about you, but I don't have $1 million in the bank to collect that or getting 5% on it. So Nikan's going to be my nest egg. That's going to be what I have because I can do it anywhere and everywhere. And that's going to be my retirement funds. Here we go. So here's a new trend, the gig economy coming. It's amazing that I believe it goes back to the collaborative entrepreneurship that we were talking about. But as the millennials are joining the workforce here, they don't find there's not the big corporations that they have. They don't have those big big corporations. So they need to figure out their career. They need to have multiple sources of income and benefits. I don't even know many of them have insurance benefits at this moment, so they're trying to figure out how to have a balanced life, how to stay in their career path. So they're in their passion, which is beautiful. And then look at it. A lot of them have gone into Uber. Uber just came out in 2017, well, 2012. It was 54 billion, and now it's 68 billion in 2017, and it's probably even doubled from that because we're going into 2019. But look at GM. GM just went up from 54 billion to 55 billion. I mean, we're talking Uber went from 60 million, to 68 billion. Wow. And so anyway, there's more. So Amazon, I mean, the numbers are just amazing. So here's Walmart that went from 212 billion to 205 billion. It went down. Wow. Sorry, that's the first time I'm realizing that. And Amazon, 83 billion in 2012 to $385 billion. So I know that there are people out there that, aside from Uber drivers, we now have Amazon drivers. And there's a little guy who drives around my neighborhood in a golf cart. So they just take all the boxes and put them up on the corner, and then they drive and they deliver, and he just loves it. That's his part-time gig economy to make that extra bridge in the gap of the income. So anyway, I just think this is amazing. I think we have to take it into our own hands and really look at what supports us. And I believe Nikken can be that. Here's the collaborative entrepreneurship, the Nikken Advantage, that I'm going to talk to you more about and you're going to learn about, which is so great. So it's easy to sign up, and you don't quit your job. You keep things going. It's a low entry level entry. You can buy packs. You can just get the water bottles, just start with the shake. I mean, that's what I do every morning is I have the shake. So you can do some entry levels for yourself. It's a turnkey entrepreneurship. You have people like me and leaders out there. We have Chris Bruce coming on in a little bit, and it's amazing. And all over the globe, which is too. Leadership development plan, so you can actually have people that help you with your success, and training and learn as you go. So you're building, you're not just in classes, you're actually in the workforce doing it out there. It's the perfect gig economy to start not just trading time for money, but actually having that gig economy built with a purpose, and have amazing things for yourself and your family. So the entrepreneurships, what does Nikken Entrepreneur do? Okay, so we leverage and compound. I was talking about that a little bit with the Robert Kiyosaki method, but as you come on board, and I'll get into it in a moment, you actually help others, and when you help others, you make a % off of them as well. So we teach others to turn purpose into profits and find customers, and then actually create a team of entrepreneurs, but belong to a community of like-minded people who love autonomy and people and personal development, promote a cause that makes a real difference. And, I really think it's like-minded people. So those who want to have healthy lifestyle, have that longevity, and know that they can make a difference by drinking the glasses of water a day, or, maybe having a little bit more protein and cutting the sugar out. All that can make a big difference in this. So here we go. Share active wellness to prosper. So we have a proven process, and so you join Nikken, you get in, you get a few things, you start promoting and start learning. Then you share with your friends and family, or as you're out and about in your day, other colleagues about the products, or as you're using them, you share it. And then you invite people to join you in Nikken. And there's events like this online. There's events on Saturdays. Sometimes we have people come into you have your own people at your home, and then you Zoom us in, and we have a little bit of presentation that gives you that credibility from Nikken. It's pretty amazing, and we do it through show and tell. And then Nikken does all the shipping of the products. the paperwork, the taxes, the research and development even, and even the patents. And that's what's amazing is we have some amazing unique products as well. We also have an amazing rewards program with commissions, special offers, incentives, bonuses, and some people just won some the trips to Italy and Japan, and just amazing. So all that is the potentiality of it, and starting off just having your own business to have the tax write-off and get a few things to help your family be healthier. So here we go, the certified NECAN Wellness Home. It's air, water, sleep, light, nutrition. It's amazing for wellness. And you can start small with a water bottle, or you can get your waterfall or the water pack. You can jump in, get the whole sleep system and everything, and launch your business. It doesn't matter which way you start, you can all build it and have a successful business as well. So initial startup cost, the cash flow engine, here we go. Your first purchases to begin the journey of the wellness home can be small or large. I think I was just saying that. Monthly support, repeat purchases. We have consumables like your nutritional products, your multivitamin, the filters for the water, or the shower filter we have. I know in Florida we just added more chloramine to the water, so it's like, oh my gosh, that's just a fancy word for chlorine and ammonia that aren't supposed to be mixed, but we put them together anyway because we can't kill the bugs in our water, and we're not supposed to drink that, much less put it on our body and bathe in it. So we need those filters. So then you upgrade. You can upgrade from the water bottle to the waterfall is a great example, or from a car seat and some of the insoles and the eye mask to the whole sleep system. So you can build it as you go and start to strategically plan, and you can get to the maximum return on your money as well by getting to silver and above, platinum. So additional users, a wellness home may begin with one sleep system, but expand into other bedrooms over time. That's another way. Product innovations. As NECAN introduces new products to range, then we just had that with the grounding pad, and it's rippling out into the organization, and so you have a boost of income as that, and income, and it's great because you're helping people stay young, stay vital, and at the same time making money and having that write-off. So how great is that? So it's a purpose-driven business. It's very easy, and the collaborative entrepreneurship. Each person works to develop at least 5 wellness homes, and teach others to have the same, with new consultants coming on all the time. So you've got the 3 core influences down here. You've got the core of influence. So you help them get their wellness home. We have a base of 500, and that is amazing. And that starts launching it. And then we teach that, and then you start building it. It's really amazing. This is another way of looking at teamwork. I said, as you learn as you go, and so you're building as you go. So you sponsor someone, and you could be new. And we do this as well. We do this ABC mentor coaching until you feel confident to be teaching and coaching your people as well. So you're just there listening and learning and being coachable, and then the new persons who we're sharing with. So it's a win-win, and it's just exciting. And like I said, I've been doing this for 24 years, and look at the support and the great here. I know this is Randy's call and presentation, and I just love it. I love that we all work together and leverage each other's time. It's as easy as ABC, and teach 3 to reach 3, and you build it, and I have a lifestyle that only other people dream of. I live on the water here in Florida. I was telling somebody the other day, I'm unemployable. I really don't know what else I could do because I don't know when I'm working or playing. I just have NECAN in everything. And it's really, really amazing. I have to set alarms because I don't really know about these calls and when I have them, because I'm just out there having a lot of fun and sharing and helping people feel better. So, but you develop yourself and your team through the NECAN support system, and Silver's the first, I call it the management level, entry level. So And then gold, you've got your team being built. Platinum, you're getting solid. And I'd say on the way from platinum to diamond, your freedom, and you actually can possibly just do Nikken on its own. That's it. And it's amazing. And it have the tax breaks along the way. So here's the potential and your potential, and what nature teaches us. I love this about the seed of the apple. So you can count how many seeds are in an apple, but how many apples are in each seed? So through great team and work, you can reach out to others and make a difference, build a business that has far greater potential than you may presently realize. I can say that honestly for me, because I shared with people and talked to people in doctors' offices. And when I started many moons ago, people didn't know about health and wellness. And we're talking 24 years ago. It wasn't a daily thing. And so, but I met somebody in Sarasota, Igor Grundle and Carol, and they took it over to Germany. And I mean, the best thing you could ever say is have your download outrun you, right? Because you get a percent of whatever they're doing. And he built an amazing business over there. And I jokingly always say it's 6% love, but it is. It's amazing. So we're in over 17, 20 countries right now. You can build it. You can have it. You can share with people who go and build it. And it can get away from you. And that's how the freedom becomes a reality. So I just wanted to put that in there because it's amazing. And they're my chosen family. I work with them all the time, and we touch base. Well, actually not as much. We actually just see each other, and our families have grown up together. It's amazing. So but this is how we do it. This is really amazing, guys. Oh, maybe I need to move this thing over now. I don't know if this is in the recording or not. So, but in case it is, let's move that back. Okay. So this is the cone of possibilities, because you could just come on board and just afford your own supplements and such. Just get yours at discount and share with some of your friends and family. And that way it kind of pays for that. That's fine. Either way, it doesn't matter, but the potentiality is there. So remember that core is on the left side here. So 9, then you have 45 wellness homes, and you're at silver, and you're committing to the 500, and your team's building and such. Then you look at 27, and you've got 135 wellness homes out there, and gold, it's 1.5K, platinum 81, 405. Customers, 4.5K. And so then here you keep coming down, and it's not a perfect world, but this gives you an idea, right? 243 people that are building the business. Then you've got customers. You've got 1,215 customers. So you're also earning the override there. I don't think I forgot about the retail part to tell you about that. But and then you've got Diamond, 13.5K a month, huh? That's nothing to sneeze at. That's pretty awesome. So then you go 729, 3,645, your Royal Diamond, you're earning the potentiality of earning over 40K a month. So that is amazing. So it's people, planet, profit, and you're helping people all along the way. It's amazing. It's a global impact, and Nikken has been here for over 40 years. They do all the research and development, and we just help bring it to market. And that's it. They even have great advertisement cards, postcards. This one's on sleep. I think I'm showing it okay. And the water, which I think, these are awesome cards that Dave Johnson has done for us. So here we go. Let's see. Oh, whenever I move that, there we go. Enjoyed a wide range of benefits and rewards. So, here we go. See, I'm just a slide ahead of myself. Retail profit. There you go. Cash bonuses, lifestyle bonuses, incentives and trips, personal rebates, group overrides, and leadership bonus. And we have our leadership bonus comes on the 15th of the month, but now we have our retail profit that gets deposited automatically into your account 3 other times of the month, which is amazing on a Friday. So what great way is that? And now you have the potential of also winning trips and bonuses. So Active Wellness and Nikken Wellness Home. This is when I get to introduce Chris Bruce, who's over in, I'm going to say Utah, Portland area. Where are you, Chris?
I'm in Spokane, Washington.
Spokane was way over there. I've got him up early in the morning as he just dropped his daughter off from school. But he's been with NECANN for 22 years. He's in Dave Johnson's family, real family line. And I just want to commend you on all the work we've done this year and committing with team and players. So you've got a real hands-on player here if and when you decide to choose to play with us. Turn it over to Chris to talk about the products. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Barbara.
Yes.
You want to advance the slides? There we go. All right. So the NECANN Wellness Home, the whole idea, I guess I'll just go back to the beginning. The whole idea is that you're making small changes to the environment that you live in. I started NECANN because I had a traumatic back injury that my doctor said pretty much was going to end my life. The best case scenario I was looking at was life in a wheelchair, in pain for the rest of my life, on drugs for the rest of my life, never being able to have children. And if I lived to my 30s, I'd be lucky. I was introduced to NECANN after my doctors had written me off and just said, you can have as many pain pills as you want because you're just going to have to live with this. NECANN in 35 days took me from all the pain pills I could keep down to no pain pills at all with a simple product that I spent less than $100 to obtain. The whole idea that we are kind of a closed system where we just are healthy or not healthy just randomly, it's not true. There's thousands of factors that introduce into our lives every day that change how our health is. The things that we eat, the things that we drink, the things that are in the air that we breathe, the stress that we're under, whether it's from work or family or anything that you're doing, it's very, very difficult for your body to compete with all of those outside influences. Just a single night where you miss an hour or two of sleep can reduce your immune system for the next week by almost 50%. And most of us don't miss just an hour one night every once in a while. It's day after day after day after day. And it's this compounding effect where, we didn't get a good breakfast because we were late for work. And so we just had some coffee or a donut or something on the way. And that sets us up for failure because we're living on caffeine and sugar. Maybe we're late and the boss yells at us. Maybe we're the boss and we had to yell at somebody else and that ruins everybody's day. All of that stress builds up and causes all these problems. I'm sitting in a parking lot right now because, as Barbara said, I just dropped my daughter off at school. This job is so amazing because I can be a stay-at-home dad and also have a massive company that I work for and that I kind of own because there's thousands of people that work with me every day. But there's a bunch of cars in the parking lot and they all have exhaust. And so I'm breathing a little bit of that and that has a negative effect on me. I live in a kind of an agricultural area. So there's pesticides and there's fertilizers that are sprayed on the crops. The parking lot's a grocery store. And if I go in there and try to read the label of anything on the shelves, most of the words I can't pronounce. They don't seem like they're English. All of those things add up to a toxic environment and a massive load of stress that is weighing your body down and keeping it from doing what it wants to do. Water, as Barbara said, they just upped the chloramine count there in Florida. We live in the Canada Goose migration path and have an open aquifer. And so every year, twice a year, the Canada geese come through and they season our water as they fly above. And so we have a very high chlorine and chloramine count in our water. It's actually the highest that's allowed by the federal government because, as she said, there's bugs in your water. And if you drink those bugs, then you have bugs in you and they do terrible things to you. And so our municipality puts those chemicals in the water to kill the bugs that would kill us. But now we drink the poison that killed the bugs and the dead bugs. So it would be maybe nice to have something at your house that would take out those horrible chemicals. So when I was a kid, we weren't worried about obesity. We weren't worried about diabetes. We were still having the nuclear bomb drills where we'd hide under our desks because that would help. But nowadays, there are kids that are very, very sick with things that people didn't used to get until they were in their 50s, 60s, and 70s. If you go back and look at a medical textbook before 1985, there is really no mention or any protocol for dealing with children developing diabetes. Really no one under age 50 developing diabetes. But now the fastest growing group that is becoming diabetic is between 12 and 24 years old. And so it's something around 20,000 a month, 20,000 new diagnoses a month of children becoming diabetic. And you have a lifetime of complications from that, where if you started when you were 50, the really bad things would be happening in your 70s. If you start with when you're 12, the really bad things are happening when you're 30. And so there has to be something that we can do to change the environment that we live in so that our children are not having these old age problems when they're young. Okay, so what are some decisions that we can make? We can choose to change our health because we've also been taught by media and television and movies and our government that you should ask your doctor before you do anything. Are you going to do an exercise program? Ask your doctor. Hey, do you have the sniffles? Ask your doctor if you can have this drug. All these different things. And so we don't really make choices. We just ask somebody else to take over that that responsibility. But in reality, it is all down to us. We have to choose what we eat, what we drink, what we breathe, how we sleep, how we exercise, all of these different things. And Nikken helps us fill in a lot of that information and a lot of those gaps so that we can be healthy by choice and not by chance. So what are some of the things that you can change in your environment? One of the big ones is your sleep. Nikken has this 5 pillars of health thing there, but up across the top there says air, water, sleep, light, and nutrition. The big foundational thing that really helps us be healthy is our sleep. That's when everything is repaired, replaced, reset for the next day. And essentially your body has this huge honeydew list. I don't know if you've ever had one of those, but it's a big list of things that you have to get done before tomorrow. There's chemicals that need to be exchanged. There's waste that needs to be moved in and out. There's nutrition that has to go in. There's a repair that needs to be done on cells. There's hormones that need to be produced, all of these different things. But to get that done, your body has to go all the way down into deep sleep, into REM state. And it takes 2 to 3, even 4 hours to get to that state for most people. But they did a study several years ago that the average person changes position in their sleep 150, 170 times every night. And every time you change position, whether it's moving your arm up, flipping the pillow over to get the cold side, your body comes out of that REM state and all the way up to the very lowest part of sleep. And if you do that 170 times a night, there's no way you're getting into REM state for an hour, which is what basically the bare minimum that your body needs. So Nikken has developed a sleep system that uses multiple technologies, including natural earth energy, far infrared, that's the natural earth energy, magnetism, and negative ion technology, all of these different things that help your body relax and get into a deeper sleep faster. And in that same sleep study, the average person changed positions 7 times on the Nikken sleep system. So from 170 down to 7. So you're getting a deeper, better sleep. Like Barbara said, she needs fewer hours of sleep to wake up feeling refreshed. So if you could get 10 hours of recuperative sleep in 5 or 6 hours because you had a Nikken system, how much time and energy would that free up for the day? So this is the energy pack that she's displaying right there. If you can see that product right in the middle, that it's kind of a white card, it has black dots on it, that's a Flex. That's the product that saved my life. Back when I joined, it cost $90 to buy one of those plus tax and shipping, so it was right around $100. I put that on my back, and in 35 days I went from all the pain pills I could keep down to no pain pills at all. There's no pain relievers in that. It's non-invasive. There's no needles that are coming out of that and jabbing into your skin. All it's doing is it's putting your body in an environment where it can relax and recuperate as it's supposed to. The insoles that are right next to it, the little things that look like the bottom of a shoe, they look like that because they go in your shoe. Nikken developed those back in the 1970s, and it was the only product that Nikken had for the first 5 years, and they're still the fastest growing company in Japanese history. Um, Billions of dollars of those insoles have been sold around the world. If you have not tried those, get to the person who asks you to watch this and do a demonstration. In 30 seconds, you can see a difference in your strength, your balance, your reflexes. If you're an athlete, if you're a golfer, a basketball player, a baseball player, anything like that, put those in your shoes and test with and without your reaction time, how far, how fast, how strong you can be. And there's a noticeable difference. And so if you're giving yourself a little bit more energy every day in everything you do, it's going to make a massive difference in your life. There's all sorts of different products that help your body relax, maintain, and recover. The water system, as we talked about, bad stuff in your water. This is the Nikken Waterfall, and the filtration system in there. If you go to Walmart and buy one of their filters there for $29 or $40 or whatever, it's going to take out the dissolved gaseous chlorine and maybe some of the sand. And so the water will taste somewhat better and will smell better. But if you actually test that water, all of that other stuff is still in there. It's just kind of masked because the parts that's gaseous, that's evaporated, that you can smell, which allows you to taste it, it takes that out, but it leaves the liquid stuff. All the dissolved stuff is still there. Nikken actually takes it out. You can go to the NSF, which is the National Sanitary Foundation's website, and look up our product. And it's a massive list of all of the horrible things that are in our water that the waterfall takes out. And besides that, it not only takes out the bad stuff, it puts back in the good stuff. Most of our diets create an acidic environment in our body. You can do a blood test with your doctor where they can get your chronological age. And basically what it's measuring is how acidic your blood is. The more acidic it is, the older you are, because everything you eat, because of all of the processing that's been done to it and all of the sugar that's in it, creates an acidic environment inside your body, which is bad. We want to be slightly alkaline. So the waterfall actually alkalinizes the water, raises the pH so that it can offset some of that bad acid that's in your diet. And so if you're having acid problems, this can help quite a bit. It also uses a magnetic field to break up the structure of water. Most of the water that we have, because water likes water, clumps together in these big molecular clumps. They're still super tiny because they're molecules, but your cells can only take a small shape or a small group of those water molecules through the membrane at one time. And so this magnetic field breaks those up. And so instead of 35 or 50 molecules, it's 6 molecules, and it goes through your cell membranes much quicker. You can take this water, get tap water and spray it on your hand, and it'll bead up. You can take the Nikken Waterfall water and spray it on your hand, and it'll soak into your skin immediately because your body loves it and wants it. And so you can become more hydrated. If you take a random list of symptoms for 10 or 12 diseases and put them on a page, almost every single one of them is also a symptom of dehydration. And almost all of us are dehydrated all the time because we're not drinking water, because the water tastes terrible, and we know there's bugs in it. So we're drinking pop, and we're drinking coffee, and we're drinking tea and all these other things because we're thirsty, but we can't get it out of the water. So our diet, the Kenzen Vital Balance that's right in the center of your screen, is absolutely amazing. It's a natural pea protein, and so it's not something that's made out of whey or soy, which have a host of problems associated with them for most people. And so it's a really great, clean protein source that anybody can eat, that helps your body get a kickstart in the morning. And it also has medium chain triglycerides, which is a very healthy fat that's a super fuel for your brain. In our wisdom, we have almost completely eliminated that from the American diet. And so we wonder why our brains aren't working so well, and why so many people are in charge that aren't using their brains very well. So this can help our country get us up and moving in the day. It also helps deal with sugar addiction. The structures in your brain that are formed that tell you have to have another donut, this can help get rid of those so you don't want that other donut. The Kenzen Super Siaga is a massive antioxidant that can help your body flush all of the toxins that are built up through the day, through your stress, through your the diet, all of these bad things that are getting in your body. It's all of the best fruits that you could get. And if you had a private jet. You could fly around the world every day and harvest these things fresh, and it'd cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Or you can get it from Nikken and drink your few ounces a day, and it's much more efficient than flying around in your private jet, and you'll save the planet by not burning all that fuel. The Jade Greenzymes is a natural organic barley grass that it's essentially a whole food. You could eat just that and nothing else and have a completely perfect full diet. It would be boring, but you could eat that, nothing else, and be completely healthy. Well, Dave Johnson's saying is, if you eat that, your body will wag its tail. So we have that every morning. I grew up in a family that was all doctors, and my mom was the kind of super mom that if somebody sneezed, the whole family's going to the hospital, and she's yelling at a doctor till we all have a prescription for antibiotics. We were sick all the time. My family doesn't get sick like that because we, instead of waiting to get sick and fixing it, we do all of these things to make us so healthy that the viruses and the bacteria just run away in terror because they know our immune system is just going to kill them. We have a broad line of other nutritionals. And so if you're building a business, there's something here that everybody you knows needs to take every day. And if you can introduce them to the product, Nikken will help you. They will give you a commission every time somebody you introduce goes to your website and buys it. So everybody looking at this, there's 3 things that you can do. You can be a customer, just use these products, improve your life, improve your family's life, and just make things healthy for you. You can be a part-time entrepreneur. That's how I started. I didn't have money or time to invest, and I was 100% disabled. So mostly I was using the products for myself, but I would tell people a little bit here and there, and they noticed that I didn't wear a body brace and use crutches anymore. And they wanted to know why, and I'd tell them. And so they'd go buy stuff from Nikken, and Nikken would send me a check. And eventually I became a full-time entrepreneur. I get to fly to San Francisco or Florida or Canada or Mexico, and I can talk to people that are part of my organization because somebody I told sold somebody who told somebody who told somebody who told somebody. And now there's thousands of people who are living healthier, who are making money. They're having more time to spend with their kids so they can, be a CEO of their company sitting in a parking lot doing a presentation between trips to one school. And I'm just about to go to another school for another one of my kids because I have the absolute time freedom to go anywhere I want and do anything I want to do because I've built this organization over time and I've let it grow. And I've met wonderful, fantastic people who all have these skills and talents that were being wasted because they were stuck in a job that they didn't like. So if you want to have time freedom, you want to have monetary freedom, you want to have health, look at Nikken. Give us a chance to absolutely change your life for the better so that you can be healthy by choice and not by chance. All right. And you're still muted, Barbara.
That's amazing. Thank you, Chris. This is, I just love it. And I'm thinking of people right now that I can share this with because it is just an amazing opportunity and a great way to just kind of get your feet wet, discover it, live it, share it, Nikken. And so get with the person that invited you to watch this and get your show and tell and experience these products. Thanks so much. Have a blessed, wonderful day. Okay. And